Hello everyone, welcome to Prime Strings. I'm Henriette and today we're learning In Flight, which is number 8 in the Fiddle Time Joggers book. Now up until this point we have always played in even numbers of notes to a bow. So you will have noticed in our previous lesson in fast lane we've had 4 beats to a bow, so we were counting 1, 2, 3, 4. And that made it much more straightforward for the bow. Today this is our first lesson where we are counting 3 counts to a bar. So every note that you see is a minim with a dot. Now a minim, we may have remembered from earlier lessons, equals 2 beats. A dot means add half as much again. So we're adding 1 beat to the 2 that we've already had. So every beat has 3 counts. When you look at the time signature right at the beginning of your piece, you can see the numbers 3, 4. And 3, 4 time actually means there are 3 crotchet beats in every bar. So the top number means the number of beats in the bar, and the bottom number here, in this case the 4, equals crotchet notes. In America these notes are called quarter notes, so you can see where the 4 comes from. But we're counting 3 crotchet beats in the bar. However, in this piece there isn't a single bar with 3 crotchet beats in. 3 crotchet beats equal a dotted minim. So that's how it comes to look like this in your music. Now that can be quite confusing. I wouldn't worry too much about it, other than that you are meant to count 3 counts on every note. So we're counting to 3 during every note, and I will also count us in for 3. So after 3 we will begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's hold it there a moment. Now when we play 3 counts to a bow, it means that every count gets approximately a third of the length of the bow. So in your head, divide your bow up in 3 equal parts, which will look like about this. And now when you play, you want to cover about that much bow on your first beat, that much bow on your second beat, and that much bow on your third beat. Here's another reason for learning this piece off by heart, as we've discussed in previous lessons. For now, don't worry about that aspect, but let's just see if we can subdivide the bow into 3 equal sections. We're going from the beginning, and I'll count us in for 3, so let's get ready on the E string. Have your bow on the string before you start. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, big circle, 3, and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. There we go. So, and then follows the repeat. So we'll repeat it in a minute. I just want to draw your attention to those bars rest, where you see the little birds fluttering there. Those rests, if you compare them with the rests in tune number 7 in fast lane, that little black block of a rest is sitting on top of a line. In number 8, in this tune that we're learning today, that little black block of rest is hanging off the top of a line. So you notice the difference here? Now when you have a hanging rest like that, it can either mean 4 beats rest or a whole bar rest. Now in our case here in tune number 8, it means a whole bar rest, and a whole bar rest equals 3 counts. This hang rest can also, in other tunes, sometimes mean 4 beats rest. Okay, don't worry too much about it. It's a little bit of theory that I'd like to throw in now and again. I'll point it out to you whenever we come across something similar again. In future lessons, violin playing is all about multitasking. So you've noticed today we're going to focus on counting, but I also would like you to focus on straight bowing, and we've practiced that in previous lessons, as well as elbow levels. So that's no mean feat. 3 things to think about. So you might actually split those things, and during one bar focus on one thing, and in the next bar focus on something else. Find what feels good for you and what works for you. But let's try it again. Let's play what is now the repeat. So before I start, I'm going to get my bow ready in position. I'll count us in for 3. 1, 2, 3. Straight bow. 2, 3. Lift your elbow up. 2, 3. Drop your elbow. 2, 3. 2, 3. Work on your straight bow this time. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Big circle. 2, 3 on the string. 2, 3 elbow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Think elbow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You've done a great job there, trying to focus on everything at once. Now, when this is your first go watching this video, that'll be quite a challenge, and that's okay. We're here to learn something new, so we need to be challenged occasionally. When you play this the next time, see if you can incorporate those 3 aspects: the straight bowing, the counting, and the string change. And you will find that after you do that a number of days in a row, those 3 things will be much easier to integrate into your playing. So that is your task with this lesson, is to see if you can multitask and if you can integrate all those things. Shall we play it one more time? And you'll find it will get easier after a while. So here we go. Let's have our violin up. Now, I want you to now, before we start, move that violin back to your ear again, so you've got it in the right position. Check over your left hand, and we're going to get ready on the E string before we start, and I'll count us in for 3. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Now, you will find that one of the other things that you can add to your practice during the course of this next week is learning it off by heart. Now, this tune, I'm sure that everyone knows off by heart almost now already, because it's twice the exact same thing. But knowing it off by heart will make it easier to be able to focus on those 3 things that we've discussed thus far. And you might even be able to add a 4th suggestion, and that is to time the crossings of the bow with the crossings of the strings, so that you can really get nice bow changes and nice string crossings there. You've done a wonderful job so far today, so give yourself a pat on the shoulder if you haven't already done so. Super work. I very much look forward to seeing you again soon, but if you have any questions, please write them in the comments section below, and please subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.